Hello friend, welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. I have here for you today 2006 Nissan Frontier, and let me show you how to deal with the throttle body cleaning. This truck came to me first time today. I never worked on it before. It's my friend's, and of course after I did the automatic transmission fluid, the flush which he ordered, I started inspecting the car. There is a nice clean engine air filter, but don't let that fool you. That doesn't mean that the MAF sensor, right, which is right here, you can see it already out because I was inspecting it too, or the throttle body are clean. Look at that mess. Look how it is plugged. So let's go together in this video and perform the cleaning. And I'm not the person who will bring the cleaning spray and start spraying it right here and blowing all of it in the engine intake and saying, oh, that's fine. No, I really do it the right way, which of course is the most difficult way, and that means removing this throttle body completely from the vehicle. So I can start the whole procedure with disconnecting that electric connector. All I have to do is push here on that tab, and look, it nicely disconnects from the throttle body. Now there's another complication. These two cooling lines, they are full of coolant. If I really want to remove it for a nice cleaning, I need to disconnect those. So I will use my pliers here and I will move those clamps. Hopefully you can see it. One, and I will do the same with this one right here. And to minimize spills, I will put my clamps on them, right? So I want to have as little mess as possible. So this hose is clamped, and I will clamp this one. I will place a rack underneath here. There will be always a little bit coolant coming out of it. And I'm ready. Start pulling them off. Most of the time these rubber hoses are like glued to those outlets, right? So it's good to break it loose a little bit, right? And then you can slowly pull it off. Now using the hex number 5 tool, I am able to start removing those 4 bolts, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Always make sure the tool is seated all the way in. Why I said that? Because you want to prevent of stripping that bolt. That will be extra unnecessary work. Did you hear that? That one nicely gave up. I will repeat the same on the remaining 3. Wonder why Nissan uses hexes here when there is a space for normal bolt. I guess go figure, huh? All 4 bolts removed, I should be able to separate the throttle body from the intake. And sure enough, look at that mess. This is perfect example why it's good to remove it completely, right? For a cleaning on the bench, because it's really messed up and you cannot get here on the back anyway. You see this gasket which is stuck to it? Totally pay attention to that, right? That's supposed to be here inside. You never want to lose it, otherwise you will have an air leak. So the throttle body is in this pan. I have protective gloves, glasses, and the throttle body cleaner. So let's go and start spraying it and getting that bad stuff off. And this one is in pretty bad shape. Looking on the bottom, there is really blockage stopping that airflow there. So I can always carefully move it with my fingers, right? This butterfly valve. But you want to be gentle and not do it too quickly, because there are all these motors on the side here, right? And you don't want to work against them. So carefully, combination of the rag, if you don't want to waste like 3 cans of spray, right? Mechanically helping myself with cleaning. This other can was already getting bad, it was old. You see, this is the normal way that sprays goes on. To make it even more powerful, you can use the straw, right? And it's nicely coming off. I love it. Let's move on that back side. You see how nasty it is? But look how the spray is taking it off and cleaning it. This is fantastic. I love it. And if it doesn't want to go off, you can use toothbrush. It's very soft, right? But you are reusing this fluid, which is very aggressive. And it actually, that crud is nicely coming off. I hope you can see it there. I'm pretty sure you can. So I'm getting closer to the perfectly clean throttle body. As I said, this needs a time and be patient a little bit, right? But I think the whole cleaning procedure should take or will take to anyone for approximately 5-8 minutes and probably 1 can of this cleaner. And I'm happy with what I did and I'm ready to present you the results. Will you not agree this is way nicer than it was when we started? Now what we did here, the whole purpose was clean this bottom passage and the one on the top. And if you look through the camera, hopefully you can see. You see that white area, right? That opening below, do you see it? And above, that was all plugged by that carbon. We open those passages and the air will correctly flow around that butterfly. Unfortunately, it brings immediately a problem. All that carbon buildup was slowly getting there and building up, and the computer ECM was somehow dealing with it. Now we will put it back and there will be way higher airflow through the engine, right? And that means you will have immediately unusually high idle. But it's okay because the computer will relearn those conditions and it will slowly go away. So as we said, don't forget, have this gasket correctly in the place, right? And I can start installing it back. This was the position, right? I will install these 4 bolts. When you are doing it, keep observing that rubber gasket, that it doesn't come out somewhere maybe and you don't pinch it, right? Again, that will create an air leak. That will be a problem. I want to have that throttle body seated nicely, so I'm going crisscross, right, gradually. First I'm using just the hand and then I will start torquing it down again carefully. These bolts are also in the plastic, right? So I will definitely not use your impact tool, which will do it quicker, but possibility of damage, we want to avoid that. I don't have any numbers for this, how much torque it, right? So it was nice and snug. Just use common sense here. Don't over tight it so it will rip out and strip the thread. Obviously don't leave it loose, right? It makes this sound. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I will go back to that one. Right, boom, here and here, and that's it. And I'm basically going backwards what I did, right? So now I can put back those coolant lines. Basically at this moment I'm going backwards, right? There are no tricks or anything like that. In my other videos on Toyota maintenance, somebody asked me, well, do I have to add any coolant, right, loss from this procedure? And the answer is no. As you saw, this rack is even dry. There was only few drops of the coolant from this entire large cooling system, so definitely no need. If there is very tiny bubble of air right now introduced, that will take care of itself. So don't forget this connector, right, very carefully. That's a big deal here until it clicks nicely. And as I said before, don't freak out when you will start up the engine and that idle will be too high. It really, the ECM needs to readjust, relearn the new conditions, and within test drive or maybe few test drive cycles, it should go down to the correct idle speed. I hope you find this video interesting or helpful. If you do, give it thumb up and make sure you are subscribed. I will always have more coming your way soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day, my friend.